A Nigerian woman has sparked debate online saying men should stop doing DNA tests. Let's see the footage.
Please, men, please listen very well. Every child given birth by a woman you married and paid bride price on her, she is your legal wife. You are legally married to her. So every child, any child she gives birth to, is automatically yours. I want you to please stop doing DNA this or DNA that.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. This is where we'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet, and of course give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. Of course, you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. Who is joining us today? No other person but Mr. Michael Gobaje. Mr. Michael.
Well, a Wednesday edition, midweek edition, always sounds so interesting.
Interesting it is.
Always.
And we have interesting stories. Without wasting much time, let's dive straight into our stories for today. A very sad and disturbing one. A truck reportedly belonging to the Dangote group has allegedly killed a Lagos State Traffic Management Authority officer and 2 other individuals following a suspected brake failure in Lagos. According to reports, the truck lost control due to brake failure, leading to the fatal crash. The incident has sparked fresh concerns over road safety, vehicle maintenance, and enforcement of traffic regulations across the state. Authorities are said to be investigating the circumstances surrounding the accident. Yeah. Okay, this is a very disturbing story. Imagine the lives of 4 persons were just cut short, just like that. And this time around, though it is alleged that it was brake failure, because normally I would have said this is what we've been talking about, the Dangote groups and how their drivers have been acting. But having brake failure from the Dangote group is something that we really need to look into, because I feel it's not something that they cannot maintain their vehicles. They should be able to afford maintenance, constant maintenance, routine checks of all their vehicles. So having to get news that this whole crash happened due to brake failure is one thing that I feel like everybody really needs to look into. Mr.
Yeah,
Michael.
you're quite right, and it's sad. Our heart goes out to the families,
Of course,
especially to their loved ones, especially knowing that they were expecting their loved ones to come back
return
home,
back home, yeah.
but they never came back, and it still goes us pointing to that direction of the ability of these large trucks, especially the Dangote group, to do a lot as it concerns their vehicles. We've had serious cases of accidents in recent times. The most pronounced was
Fina's
sister that
and
died.
just of recent, we did that of a little girl that still died.
So a lot needs to go when it comes to maintenance, It's something that is critical, not just only for heavy duty trucks, but almost every vehicle. You know, especially those plying the road constantly. You understand what those trucks do. They're always on the road trying to deliver this product to that part of the country over. So more emphasis should be placed on maintenance and ensuring that these drivers sometimes still need to do or have some rest. If you look at most of them and those who fly with transport vehicles, you understand the stress that they seem to be under. Sometimes it cannot just only be technical failure, but also human factor comes in.
Of course.
More needs to be done in ensuring that these people are well catered for, safe, sleep well, and ensure the vehicles.
And then when we talk about giving these drivers rest, talking about bad roads in the country, I remember when the last time I saw this Ekoma, Benin Ekoma road that was terrible. We saw lots of trucks packed up, and some persons were saying they've been there for like 1 week. Wow. Just imagine a full week without rest, just trying to make sure that you get to your destination. So now, how are these people not going to have accidents when they are tired, they're fatigued? How are they not supposed to? They need rest too. Same way the vehicles also need rest. They need proper maintenance and all of that. Well, we hope that the Dangote group, after the investigations, they do the needful to the family of the deceased. Anyway, away from that very story, a Canada-based Nigerian doctor has shared a shocking claim alleging that some doctors in Nigeria make quick money by falsely diagnosing patients with appendicitis. According to the doctor in a viral video, patients are allegedly taken into the theater under the impression that they need urgent surgery, only for the procedure to be staged or unnecessarily carried out. Let's see the footage.
So, Dr. Zoll here. There are some things that are serious that should not be joked around with. I worked in Nigeria, so I'm 100% sure of what I'm talking about because I've witnessed it, I've seen it. There are a couple of doctors back home, in Africa generally, in the process of trying to hustle, as they call it. They tell patients they have appendicitis and take them to theater and just slide the skin, close it, and ask the patient to go. And in real sense, they don't have appendicitis. It's just a way of trying to make quick money, okay? I am 100% sure about this because I've seen it. Now, the problem is the person now comes abroad and gets the real appendicitis and comes to emergency, and I'll be running up and down like headless chicken. I'll be running up and down because the appendix scar is there. I'm sure the patient knows she's had appendectomy. I can see the appendix scar. Confusion full-eyed. CT scan is done. It shows the patient has acute appendicitis. Where was the appendicitis done? Nigeria. They look me and they look them. There are things you should not do as a medical doctor, no matter where you are, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances. Because I'm telling you, these patients will nearly die here because, anybody with an appendix scar, you would assume that the patient has done appendicitis. What is this, guy? What is this? Find another way to hustle. Listen, in medicine, the sin of commission is worse than the sin of omission. It's better you tell the patient you don't know what's wrong with him or her and let them go home than to tell them that they have appendicitis, take them to theater, just do a skin incision, close and collect money, let the patient. You are buying people, my brother. So it will be a matter of forgiveness.
The allegations have triggered outrage online, with many Nigerians demanding investigations and stricter oversight within the healthcare system. However, no specific names or hospitals were mentioned in the claim. Medical authorities are yet to officially respond as the video continues to circulate. And somehow, I don't know, I am still not really surprised about this because there was a time you just hear people talking about appendicitis. This person had surgery. What was it? Appendicitis. And I was wondering, why is it trending?
And it was more like the wave of the moment.
Exactly. Why is it that everybody's just having this appendicitis and all of that? So I'm not surprised, but I feel like we should not really back on this until investigations, until we see investigations, until authorities look into this whole thing, because if it's true, then it is not normal. It is not something that we should just see as something to laugh about. This is a very serious issue that should raise series of concerns in our head, Mr. Michael.
Well, yes, just like what you said, the Nigerian Medical Association should come out and give us a clear statement against those claims that was made by that very doctor that was part of the medical system here before he traveled overseas, Canada to be precise. It goes to show you how really some persons feel they are smart. You can be smart around anything, but when it comes to the life of a person, that is taking it too far. It is taking it too far. I'm not saying being smart is the right thing to do, but it's taking it too far when it comes to the health and the well-being of anybody. You swore to an oath to save the life of persons. That's why you went through the rigorous school time, having all those rigorous training, and yet you take the life of a patient into your hands on the count of I want to make sharp money. No wonder you see those cows. And what's even baffling is when these white doctors see those cows and yet these patients are having, they are wondering, do Africans have two appendix? So it's something that baffles a whole lot of persons, and something that, in all honesty, Nigerian Medical Association should please come out and give us a clear statement as concerns this. Let's hear from you, and if there are sanctions to be meted out to stop this stupid, unhuman direction and trend, it will be right and proper, especially after those claims.
And talking about putting Nigeria in the bad light, this is what we are still talking about. I feel really bad for this medical doctor working. Imagine working in the midst of white guys, and then they're having issues with this whole appendix, and they're asking, Where was your surgery done? Nigeria. And everybody's looking at him like, okay, still Nigeria again. And he's just
And they might even
feeling
ask
ashamed.
her,
Like,
are you sure it's not the doctor? Because he came from Nigeria. And the guy will be like,
I don't want to put myself in that very man's shoes, because it will be really very embarrassing finding out that people with appendicitis scars still have appendicitis, and then I'm sure they'll be wondering, maybe Nigerians have two appendix, right? Anyways, we hope that the Nigerian Medical Association does something about this. We need investigations to really take place, and we need to see updates concerning this very issue. So this makes it a developing story. Once to get more updates, we'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that very story, a Nigerian woman has sparked debate online, saying men should stop doing DNA test. This is quite funny, because we did a story yesterday talking about, should DNA test be made compulsory after childbirth. Anyways, in a viral video, she stated that it doesn't really matter whether a man is biologically related to a child. According to her, what really matters is that the child is under his care and he is playing the role of a father the way God intends. Let's see the footage.
Very well. Every child born into your home, I'm talking to every man and every woman, every child born into your home is your own, whether you are the biological father or you are the biological mother. And please, men, please listen very well. Every child given birth by a woman you married and paid bride price on her, she is your legal wife. You are legally married to her. So every child, any child she gives birth to, is automatically yours. I want you to please stop doing DNA this or DNA that. Trying to know the ones, those of your children that are your biological children. It doesn't matter whether you are biologically related to a child or not. What matters is that that child is under you and you are playing the part of a father very well.
Her comments have generated mixed reactions on social media. Well, let's see some of the reactions we got on net. She is a suspect.
Bam.
I am not the one saying this.
Bam.
Let's see some more reactions. Let's see some more. Please do, if your shock absorber is strong. If not, embrace her wonderful advice. Okay, so if you know you have strong shock absorber, you're free to do DNA test. If una dey beat motivational speakers, abeg leave this particular one for me. Wow. We have a deep cultural problem that always pushes people to settle for less. Women deceive their husbands into raising children that are not theirs after cheating, and you're saying this crap. You should tell women to stop the deception, not telling men to accommodate it. Which one be the way God wants it? Now only Joseph accepts person pikin, and him no say the pikin no be him borner. That was why the Bible never discussed about him. This is your own version of that very story. Tell a child their legal father isn't biological and they may eventually abandon him. Even adopted kids sometimes do this unless the child is wise enough to stay loyal, which is difficult. Let's see, do we have more? Okay, I think that's all the reactions we got. Talking about this lady. Okay, you have reactions?
Many reactions.
Okay, let's hear from you first.
Yes, first of all, forgive my language, she's just talking, she's not making any sense. You are telling men to accommodate a cheating wife. Her actions, her inactions, men should just bear it. And take the child and your own. But madam, before you take the child, can't you close your legs and keep it for only your husband? And let us understand that your own too. Must you share it around and in the end expect the man to be father of Ogbonna, of Ayo, of Malam, of Hassan? Must he be a child to all the tribes in Nigeria? It doesn't make any sense. So she's not making any sense at all.
Father of the nation.
Yeah, father of the nation. So please, if you feel you are a wife, the most honorable thing to do is close your legs when you are a wife and be loyal and faithful to your husband. Not telling men to stop doing DNA tests. Please, it's wrong. If it's so, no problem. If you allow men to stop doing DNA tests, let men start getting 2 or 3 housewives to join you. That's no problem now. So everybody will be enjoying everything.
But Mr. Michael, there was one time we talked about this whole DNA saga, and I told you something that I met a guy that said he never wants to find out. He doesn't even want to do the DNA. It's best he does not even know.
So does he? He looks as if he doesn't trust his partner.
No, like he's not even married yet. But he said if he gets married, he does not even want to find out. Wow. He doesn't want to go through that lens. If this child, he feels like this child is his, then the child is his. He doesn't want to go through the whole stress of going through DNA. Then I feel
that's a right wife to marry. Let's contact the woman and
going through DNA and all of this.
They will make
to
a
find...
perfect couple.
Yes, you were not here yesterday, and I was saying when we had that discussions that I would have loved you to be here. So the question was, should DNA actually be made compulsory during childbirth?
I feel the National Assembly is about time. It's about time they also legislate a law that immediately a child is giving birth to, the husband right there in the hospital should do a DNA test. If it's his own,
then
carry mother and child home. If it's not his home, carry mother and child to their home.
Okay, after that, I feel they should also add this. They should also pass this bill that says that as a married man, if you bring a child from outside that your wife should raise, this child is yours and not your wife's child. Okay. I feel they should do something about it. So because we keep talking about DNA,
if that's what you people want,
still bring children that are not their wives.
People want.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
The women in the house will legislate it. And thank God they are not much. So the men in the house will always have their way. Have their say.
Okay, don't worry.
No need.
On a very good day, I think we'll talk about these very issues. I don't want to drag this further with you, Mr. Michael. Away from that very story, yes, a man, emphasis on a man, has allegedly beaten his wife to death in a disturbing case of domestic violence. Reports claim that the suspect has shown no remorse following the incident, a development that has sparked outrage and widespread condemnation online. Let's see the footage.
Collect the phone for this man. Call him people first. Collect your phone. Collect her phone first. When they collect her first, call the woman people. This guy, why they put something for devil one there? Wait, is a phone off? Is a phone off?
Advocacy groups and concerned citizens are once again calling for stronger action against domestic violence and better protection for victims. Authorities are said to have taken the suspect into custody as investigations continue. Yes, a man. A man, Mr. Michael.
Yes,
a man.
A man.
Yes.
That I will not support.
Okay.
It is wrong. Domestic violence is uncalled for. It is wrong, and even having no remorse shows that is indeed a devil in human clothing. You don't do such to the mother of your child and show no remorse. It is really absurd. And I'm really using this opportunity to plead with the women. If you're in an abusive relationship, let's start with relationship. If he slaps you, he kicks you, and later kneel down and buy you shawarma, don't take it. Because if you marry him, he will break your head.
Somebody once said it's best to cry in Lamborghini.
Please. And she's crying now in Beatles Totiska. All I'm saying is, please don't. After shawarma, he tells, and he will even tell you, hey, the way you looked at me, the way you said it. And most of these unwise girls will even blame themselves. Hey, me push him.
I pushed him. I pushed
him.
So
please, abusive relationship, this is the time to say no. In a marriage, he hits you, he punches you, he drags your hair around the house. Tear your clothes, even in public. Run away. Save your life for your children, so at least you have mother and father alive to train them. Now, these children will not have a mother, neither will they have a father to lead them through life. So please, be wise, do the needful. It's not a gender thing. Domestic violence is uncalled for. It is not supported in any way, be it a man or a woman, and it should be highly condemned.
Mr. Michael has said it all, and the only thing I have to say is stop the whole thing of, I want to stay for my kids. You need to stay alive for your kids.
For your kids.
Live so as for you to live. Anyways, away from that very story, a disturbing video showing a fully armed officer allegedly under the influence of drugs has surfaced online. In the viral clip, the officer appears unstable while carrying a firearm, raising serious concerns about public safety and internal discipline within the force. The video has sparked outrage on social media, with many Nigerians calling for an urgent investigation and stricter psychological and drug screening for armed personnel. Authorities are yet to release an official statement as of the time of this report. Okay, now I see. This is just showing us the reason why we keep having issues with the law enforcement agencies. When you see these people acting weird and you're wondering, were these people given any form of training and all of that? I know I once said that I feel they should do drug testing for most of these officers, because I do not think anybody in their correct senses would carry out those kind of acts we keep seeing every day that is becoming a norm in the country. And now this is a proof that most of these people are allegedly high on drugs.
Well, anyway, the truth is, and you are just saying that. Me, I'm confused. My confusion lies in this. For example, you are being distressed as a person.
Yeah.
And you went to a place. You saw an officer behaving this way. You saw the criminal that took your phone behaving this way. Who will you report the cases to? Because both of them look alike.
It's weird.
It's weird. So that's what I'm saying. You know, it baffles me when somebody that should be on the right side of the law is the one deliberately breaking the law. So my question now is, who will arrest you?
And later we'll keep asking, these criminals, where do they keep getting guns and firearms and all of that? Now imagine this person at this position. If that very gun was taken from him, I'm sure he would not even notice.
Don't you know that some allegedly, just to be high, get enough money, they even go ahead as in supplying some of these criminals with firearms to do their dirty job, bring back the money,
well, we've heard all of those,
allegedly,
but still
it is
allegations
still something that needs to be done, investigated. That officer should be made to pay, to face the wrath of the law,
of
and
course.
Indeed sanctions meted.
Of course, but it's so sad that we did not really see his face. But I'm sure if investigations...
Well, maybe he was even on trance, so spiritually, he could be seeing divine entities.
Even if he's seen, then he's not worthy of being an officer of the law. Because at that point, anything could happen. Okay, just assume a criminal activity was going on just away from him. Is he supposed to, how is he supposed to help the masses at that point?
I'm wondering what you'll be telling investigators when they're, you might say
maybe he was meditating on how
to see where the criminal was. That's why I bend my head. I'm trying to, get the signal.
Oh God, the fact that we keep getting all of these things like comedy skits every time here in Nigeria. It's not depressing. It's something to laugh about. Because we just have to laugh, because what exactly is going on? Anyways, I think time is really not on our side, but we've had really amazing and exciting stories today, and all thanks to Mr. Michael for making it so interesting.
It's always interesting when you bring them up, and something that we can easily talk around. But the honest truth about trending is for us to deal with those social vices, bring them to our knowledge, talk about it, and enlighten people on how best to do it. Well, I still remain Michael. Go back.
Thank you so much for coming. Of course, you can be part of this discussion. Drop your comments in the comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. I'll see you again, same time tomorrow. I remain Mercy Erabo. Have a blessed day.